Hi Jambites, welcome back to my channel. If you have been following my Jamb videos, and if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. My name is Akonde Mutilai and I'm a medical student at Obafemi Awolowo University. My channel is about helping students navigate their educational and personal growth journey and lots more. In this video, I'm basically going to be giving my final advice to 2026 UTME candidates. As long as you are going to be taking 2026 UTME, please ensure that you watch this video. It is very important. If you have not even seen any video on UTME this year at all, it is important to watch this video before you enter that exam hall. So I'm emphasizing on the fact that this video is very important for you as long as you'll be taking Jamb in about 2 weeks time. So depending on whenever you're going to be seeing this video, whether it's 2 weeks to your exam, a week to your exam, some days to your exam, or a day to your exam, this is a video that you should watch. So you can check the timestamp to be able to move the video depending on when you are seeing the video. So like I said, in this video, I'll be telling you what you need to do, what you need to note a week to, a few days to, a day to your exam, and even on the day of your exam till you enter the exam hall, and things you should note inside the exam hall. Please, these things are really important to seal your effort. You have put in so much work to prepare for this exam. So what I'm going to be telling you in this video is very important to seal your effort, because a single mistake can cost you the whole of the effort that you have put into your preparation, and you want to see the result of the effort you have put in, because really what you do in this last few days can either boost your score or mess it up completely. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you what exactly you need to do so you don't make mistakes that can cost your result. Your game plan 2 weeks to your exam is different from a week to your exam, and it's different from how you will study 3 days to your exam, a day to your exam, and what will happen on the day of your exam. So that is why, depending on when you are seeing this video, just try to calculate how many days is left to your exam, and then you can move the video to the exact points that you need. Now is the time to take your syllabus again, compare it to how far you have gone, try to see if you have covered all the important topics. If there are still important topics that you have not touched, you still have the time to go through these topics and keep solving questions on this topic, especially important and high yield topics that you know you have not touched. It is still 2 weeks to your exam and you can still make magic happen. So this time, if it's a concept that you think you can study on your own, there are external sources that can help you understand this concept in a lesser time. Remember, you're trying to work really smart and get the maximum that you can. So this time is the time to continue studying, revising, and practicing past questions. Constant past question and consistency is important at this time. Now let's talk about a week to your exam. If you're seeing this video a week to your exam, what are the things that you need to focus on? First, stop trying to learn everything. Now is the time to focus on what you already know and to solidify all that you already know. Now is the time for strategic revision. Now is the time to go over those mnemonics that you used, your jottings that you have, the concepts, the formulas. Now is the time to solidify everything, because at this point you know that you can't cover the entire syllabus anymore. So you need to solidify what you already know. And why this is important is because failure to work on what you already learned or failure to solidify what you already know can greatly affect you in the exam, or such that the new concepts you're trying to learn, you don't remember in the exam, or things that you learned that you know. By the time you get into the exam, or you become very unsure because you did not go back to revise and you did not solidify those things. That can lead to guessing inside the exam hall. And if you want to score really high in the exam, you don't want to guess, you want to be sure of your answer. So in the course of your study, in the course of your practicing past questions, those questions that gave you tough times, those difficult concepts, those jottings that you made, go back to your jotter. Now is the time to keep going over those things. Go over them over and over again. Practice makes perfect. Repetition is what makes the concept stick in your head, because you don't want to get to the exam hall and all you can remember is that you touched this particular topic or you read this thing but you can't remember. That can be traumatizing and can even affect how you answer other questions. So it is important that you revise over and over again, go through everything that you have read and solidify everything during this week. Also, this last week to your exam, practice past question daily till your exam day. If you know that up to this point you have not started solving questions, now is the time to start. I cannot overemphasize this. Now is the time to switch between revising and testing yourself. You need to constantly test yourself to be sure that you have mastered the concept. So at this point, solve questions, check your answers, learn from your mistakes. This is where real improvement comes from. So please don't joke with this time. Also, if you are seeing this and you have still not taken a standard Jamb mock exam, you are very wrong. Practice under timed condition. Ensure that you take at least one standard mock exam every day before the actual day. This is so that you get used to the structure of the exam before the exam day. And you are doing this so that you can be able to time yourself and build speed. Because Jamb is not just about knowing, it's about answering fast and correctly too. So that is why you need to do Jamb mocks. The main goal here is just for you to ensure that you practice under an exam condition, like you time yourself and make it look like the standard Jamb exam. Now, we're still talking about a week to your exam, and exam reprinting should have started at this time. As of now, the expected, in quotes, expected date for Jamb exam slip reprinting is between April 3rd and April 9th. That's about a week or two to your actual exam day, which begins on April 16, 2026. Now, it is very important that you print your exam slip early. Ensure that as soon as it gets to you that printing has started, that you log in immediately into the portal and print your slip. Many students wait until the last minute before they print their slip, and this can really affect you no matter the amount of preparation that you have put in. Now, why should you print your Jamb slip immediately the portal opens? One, to avoid last minute portal congestion. Now, imagine thousands of candidates rushing into the portal to print this slip. The portal may become slow and even unavailable at that time. You want to save yourself from unnecessary stress, so that is why you need to print it early. Now, also, this slip will provide you with your specific exam date, the venue, and the time. And this is the time for you to know exactly where you're going to be taking the exam. So it is important that you print the slip early. Also, so that you can be able to plan the transportation and locate where exactly it is that you're going to, so as not to arrive late on the day of your exam. And also to prevent confusion, because once you are already confused and distressed the day of your exam, this can really affect you, and you don't want all your effort to waste because of just that silly mistake that you could have avoided. Also, it is important that during this period, during this week, you try as much as possible to take care of yourself. Ensure that you don't fall sick before your exam. Once you do something that affects your health, it affects the way you prepare, it affects the way you read for the exam, and it can also affect your performance. So ensure that you take care of yourself, you eat properly, rest well, don't oversleep, but ensure that you have proper rest, eat well, because I mean your brain needs rest even to be able to consolidate everything that you have read. Now, once it's a day to your exam, you are literally looking at your exam right in front of you. Trust me, especially if this is your first time, it is very normal for you to maybe get nervous or scared at some point. But this is why this video is here for you. Please ensure that you overcome anxiety. Don't be nervous. Just see the exam as another exam that you want to go and ace. You have been taking mock exams, you have been practicing questions. Just see it as another exam that you want to show them what you are made of. So it is important that you are not scared and you are not anxious. Just remember that there is someone here that is waiting for you and that you can do this. So a day to your exam is the time for you to continue your revision over your jotters, over master your formulas. Remember that you are not going to use calculator, maybe shortcuts, some trigonometric values that you think you might need for exam. Go over them again to master these things. So revision, revision, and revision a day to your exam. Also, a day to your exam, I want to believe that you already know where exactly you're going to be taking your exam, and it's not like you are just going out to look for your center. Ensure that you organize your materials. You already have your slip ready, your pencil ready. I mean, those are still the things that you need. Depending on the center, you might be allowed to take pencil in or not, but just ensure that you have your slip. Make sure you print multiple copies, have multiple copies with you, and then have your pencil with you. So if they allow you to take it in, then fine. Remember that there is no scientific calculator, so all your practice, you're practicing without calculator. It's also important that you do not assume that you know your exact time and the day too. Also, set alarm and do not oversleep. So it's not that you read throughout the night and then the morning of your exam you just wanted to have a nap, and by the time you wake up It's already past the time. You don't want to find yourself in that kind of situation. The best thing is to arrive at your center early and well relaxed before you enter the exam hall. Then another important thing a day to exam is for you to watch what you eat. That's not the time to be trying new things that would upset your stomach. Once you have a running stomach the morning of your exam, I'm sorry, I don't know if you have been in that kind of situation before. But once you have a running stomach and it's morning of your exam, you get destabilized. So watch what you eat. You know yourself. If you know that you're someone that cannot write an exam on an empty stomach, eat something like that will not upset your stomach before you go for your exam. If you know you can write your exam on an empty stomach and it's not going to affect, I mean, you just have 2 hours. You need to ensure that you protect the 2 hours, give it all that it takes, give it your best, because that 2 hours can determine how a whole year of your life is going to go again. So ensure that you watch what you eat and don't eat something that is going to destabilize you the day to your exam or even on the day of your exam. Now let's talk about the D-Day, your exam day, the day that you want to show your stuff, the day that you want to unleash everything that you have been studying, the day you want to show them what you are made of. Your exam day is just as important as all the days of your preparation, because it's that day that would actually determine everything that you have put in place and all the preparation that has gone into preparing for your exam. So your exam day, ensure that you wake up early and then pray. Ask God for help. Ask God to crown all your efforts so far, because we can't do it alone. So it's important that you pray. Then, like I said, eat something light. If you know you can't go to the exam without food, don't overheat. And then get to your center early too. So you need to wake up early to be able to get to your center early. That's why you need to have located and know exactly your center is before the day. And do not be anxious in the exam hall. Stay calm. I cannot overemphasize this. I wrote Jamb twice. I remember my very first Jamb. At some point, my hand was shaking in the exam hall. Not because I did not practice, but I was just, I just felt a bit scared, and that really affected me. And I was not able to even think properly in the exam hall. But one thing that I ensured to do was to overcome that fear and anxiety in the next one I took. So you don't want to take them again like I did. Ensure that you overcome anxiety, overcome fear. Just be calm. Like I kind of just be calm and read your questions and answer them properly. And then if you look around and you probably see others are panicking, you just remain calm, because your performance depends on your mindset. Also, that morning of your exam, there is the probability of you hearing maybe things from other students and then you feel like, oh, you don't know this. That way fear sets in. Whatever you did not read a day to your exam, on day of your exam, just don't stress yourself. Don't make what other people are saying affect you. Just go in with what you know and go and deliver. Now let's talk about during the exam. As soon as you get in front of the system and the examiner says start, remember these things that I'll be telling you as soon as you start your exam. Read instructions carefully. Do not rush into answering your questions. It is important that you read the instructions so you don't make mistakes. Also, it is important to note that at that point, it is just you and your screen. So avoid every form of distraction or looking around that would distract you. Then with the way Jam is, you can always do the subject that you want first. So it is advisable that you start with your favorite subject. If you know that physics is your favorite subject, start with physics. And why is this advisable? This motivates you while you are answering your questions. By the time you start with your least favorite subject and it probably gives you issues, this can discourage you and even affect the way you answer other questions. Now, even though you start with your favorite subjects, while you're answering those questions, you might come across a question at the middle that might seem a bit difficult or might take your time. Please, it is important not to fall into the trap of wasting time on that particular question. Remember that you are timed and you're working with the time, and you don't want to spend 5 minutes on one question and leave other simple questions unanswered. You don't want to end up saying, oh, and I knew those questions, but I didn't have the time to answer them. That is what will happen if you spend too much time answering one question. Remember, you can always go back to see the questions that you left unanswered by the time you're done. So start with your favorite subject. As you're answering the question, if you come across any question that you feel might take your time, skip, then follow through till you're done with the questions. Then you can always see from the box, you see that okay, you left this question, and then you click on it and go back. By that time, the fact that you left the question, your brain is processing that particular question, and then it makes it easier for you to even remember and choose the correct answer. So some of these questions have been placed there as traps for you to just waste your time rather than solving the other simple questions that will come after. So in the exam hall, remember this: do not waste your time on one question, because trust me, tackling hard questions can drain you, and you don't want to be drained even when you just started the exam. Remember, you need to be very calm. Even as you're calm, you're in an exam mode and you're working with your whole mind. Let your mind be in what you are doing. Do not be distracted. Then during the exam, ensure that you use your mouse properly. Yes, I'm serious. Ensure that you know how to navigate the CBT system and be comfortable navigating it, because you don't want to fall into a situation where you choose option A, but you probably by mistake you chose to B, and then you did not even know, and in your mind you're like, oh, that was simple. So you need to be sure that you click the right answer that you intend to pick. Then by the time you're done answering your questions, and you have also gone back to see the questions that you left unanswered, if there is still time, you can cross check and go over what you did again, especially maybe the ones that you are not really sure of. I mean, we're humans and we're not perfect, we might make mistakes too. So you can try and go over your work again if there is enough time. So now listen, you've prepared for this. Don't let panic or fear ruin your performance. Trust what you know, stay focused and stay calm. Give it your best. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be strategic and be confident. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share with someone writing UTM. This might be exactly what they need right now. Remember, I'm always rooting for you. Go and make yourself proud. Also, I can't wait to hear from you guys after your exams. For the people that commented their target scores under my last video, I'm going to follow up and ask for your results once your results are out. Again, I wish you guys all the best, and I'm deeply rooting for you. Again, if you're seeing this video and you have not subscribed to my channel, you're wrong. Please hit the subscribe button right now. Thank you.